Okay, so we have a 1,500 point battle report for you. Necrons against Tyranids. There's a swarm of Tyranids here. It's Dawn of War, so there's one unit of guys here. There's a Tervagon over there, and that is it. Yeah, Gene Stealers over here. Sorry, infiltrated Gene Stealers. So that's the two troops at HQ. I'm walking everything on. I have 6 Wraiths with Coils, a Destroyer Lord, 2 Spyders, 2 Heavy Destroyers, Monolith, 5 Scarabs, but I have some extra ones ready to be built. 2 squads of 5 warriors with a Destruction Lance, Cryptek, and Eldritch Lance, pardon me. 1 group of 10 Immortals with a Phaeron Lord and Veil of Darkness. And that's what we're saying. I'm going to try to steal initiative to see if I can go first. I rolled a 5, so that's not good enough. You can't see it too well, but that's a 5. So my opponent's going first. He's actually setting himself up, and we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so pretty fast roundup of bottom of turn 1 for the Tyranids. What happened? These guys just walked on. Feel no pain from that Tervagon given to himself. Everything else ran up. Over here, this poor Tervagon tried to do Feel no pain, but rolled double 6s, so he took a wound from perils, unfortunately. Trigon said, I'm not deep striking, I'm just walking on. Walked on like a champ over there, ran a little bit. Those guys moved on and ran. These guys over here just chilled. They decided not to go anywhere because none of this Necron stuff is on the board yet. This is all going to be coming on my turn. And we are on with the races. On to bottom of turn 1 for Necrons. Okay, so rounding up the bottom of turn 1, what happened? Moved the Monolith on, fired 18 shots because rapid fire from 3 of its guns I could see into those guys. Managed to only kill 2. These idiots walked on, rapid fired into those guys, only killed another 2 from like a billion saves made. However, the Wraiths eventually flew in, assaulted it, and chopped them all down. I had to break my Lord off because otherwise he's a useless jump infantry now. Unbelievably bad because he would have had to roll to go in there. So instead I broke him off just so that they could go in on their own, and they consolidated about 5 inches towards him over here. Over here we fired, these guys tried to fire at the big brain bugs over there, but night fighting, so they couldn't see. They couldn't see him, they were too far away. And that is it. So on to turn 2 for Tyranids. Alright, so rounding up top of turn 2 for the Tyranids. Pretty terrible shooting phase. That Carnifex got like a billion hits here, strength 6. 10! I made something like 10 3+ saves. That was ridiculous. Eventually these guys were the ones that managed to put a wound on one of the bases there. Feel no pain from the Tervagon succeeded on these guys. So very strategically, that was probably the guys I was going to charge, so we got to decide what we're going to do there.
And these guys.
Feel no pain from that Tervagon onto these guys. So some pretty tough defense. Shooting from that unit of the Hive Guard there into here, but rolled all 1s. He rolled 3 1s to wound me, so I didn't even have to make a test. And just to remind you guys, this guy's separated from the unit because otherwise he would have slowed that unit down as they tried to charge. Pretty brutal. And on to bottom of turn 2 for Necrons. I got to decide if I'm going to bring anyone through the gate, and then we'll see if guys walk on. So back in a bit. Okay, so my turn, bottom of turn 2, I decided to join the Destroyer Lord in. They charged in that Feel No Paining, poisoning group of gaunts. We actually lost a base, and the base took down to 1 wound, but we did clear them up after that. We chopped them down for kill points, and then we consolidated only 2 inches. Shooting-wise, what happened, these guys moved up and ran into terrain to get stealth. These guys moved up, made 2 Scarabs, and ran a few inches. They moved in here. The Phaeron guys fired up into that unit, but didn't manage to kill too many guys. Monolith moved up, turned 3 of its guns that could see into that unit. Didn't kill too many guys though. I think killed 3 or 4. Can't remember. They tried to fire at the Zoanthropes, but the invulnerable saves were made way over there, somewhere way over there. So that is it, and it is on to top of turn 3 for the Tyranids. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 3, shooting whittled away like all my Wraiths except for 2, and then these Gaunts charged in. Way too many of the Gaunts were able to go first just because there was so many of them, and they just killed my Wraiths. My Lord went, and like an idiot, like a worthless idiot, with preferred enemy, he got 2 hits, only 1 wound because he rolled a 1. He lost combat by 3 and got run down, and then Ever Living didn't even work anyways because they would have been able to. They eventually, consolidated a lot of inches there. So that was it. 2 kill points there. This guy charged in, had rerolls to hit against my Monolith that had moved. Managed to get a bunch of hits, but could not get a penetration or a glance even because the armor was just too high. He just couldn't roll high enough. He needed 8s and 9s. That was about it. Some shooting against these guys, but they made their armor save. And that was about it. Pretty much just those guys took the brunt of the entire army. So it's tied up 2-2 right now. And it's bottom of turn 3 for me. I've got to decide what to do. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up my bottom of turn 3. Not a great turn, although we try to do some stuff. Over here, Monolith came within range, rolled only a 1 for his Gate of Exile. how's that for dice? But at least I was, you know, like right next to him. He managed to make a strength test though, so he wasn't insta-killed. I fired a ton of Gauss guns in there. Didn't do anything to him. Fired a ton of Gauss guns. The stupid AP2 lance missed, of course. Of course it missed. Did nothing. Finally, these guys fired in here. One of them missed, but the other one managed to wound him, so he's down to 5 wounds. Veil of Darkness on these guys. They teleported in direct hit. Rapid fired a bunch of stuff in there. By some dumb luck, though, that one loser survived from that unit, so I didn't get a kill point there, because we have the AP4 guns, right? So we totally would have got him, yeah. And then over here, we charged these guys in, because we pulled them out of their Furious Charge poison range, but we managed to kill 3 guys. 2 of them died from armor saves, so, you know, that was alright over there. No one's caused... These guys, one guy had taken a wound last round, another guy took the other wound from making Scarabs. These Scarabs moved over here, fleeted way over, and managed to put 2 wounds in this unit, no wounds in return. They lost by 2, and he only took 1 wound, so he's still stuck around, so he's still there. I haven't got that kill point. He's got no armor save, that's true, Entropic Strike. And that was about it. Those warriors walked on, as you saw from the board. These guys didn't come on yet. I decided not to pull anything through the Monolith. And that is about it. So on to turn 4, back in a bit. Okay, just a mid-turn 4 wrap-up. Combat continuing here. Giant combat starting over here. Another big combat starting over here because he belched out these guys. Again, never rolls doubles and just those guys piled in there after I failed to get him. But here we go. We're fighting over there. So we'll be back in a little bit. Some pretty cool combat starting. Back in a bit. Alright, well, the fiasco continues. Why? Because this combat, this guy's down to 1 wound, has no armor save. Gain feel no pain from this guy. Statistically average to kill him. He only has 1 wound, but he made both of his feel no pain saves against the only 2 wounds I could cause against him with all my Scarabs. So this idiot didn't die, so I'm not going to be able to get that kill point or those 2, because I would have just moved out on my turn to slaughter those guys. Those juicy little wieners over there I could have slaughtered. Oh well. Yeah, this game is falling away from me, as you can see. Failing to get any of these kill points these last few turns has just really screwed me. Over here, combat whittled away one of my Scarabs, but the other one survived. A bunch of stuff charged him. This guy here fired his 12 shots into my 2 heavy destroyers, killing them. So kill point there, no reanimation. This guy, of course, charged in here, slaughtered those guys. Kill point consolidated 5 inches. Single lance was in range from those guys, made it, hit, penetrated, exploded me. So Monolith is toast. So another kill points, 5-2 over here. These guys charged in. We won combat only by 1, but 2 guys reanimated. Of course, the Cryptek didn't reanimate. They did a billion wounds to me, but I made quite a few saves there. And that was it. So it's 5-2. Things are not looking good. It's bottom of turn 4. I needed those guys to free up, so that'd be 1, 2, 3 kill points to tie it up, but it's not going to happen. So be it. Bottom of turn 4. Okay, so continuing. He actually survived. He's down to 1 wound. Tied combat. Did 1 wound to me. Did 1 wound back. These guys here finally managed to kill that piece of crap, but now we lost our chance to go after those guys. We'll see what happens. Got a kill point there. And over here, we fought the Gaunts, finally killed 5 Gaunts, took no wounds in return, but they got the synapse, they got the fearless going on. Down to 4 over there. This guy looks like he's about 16 inches away, but with my luck, he'll probably roll 6 on his charge anyways, because I keep getting screwed. Who knows? Yeah, here we go. He's coming in there. So it's back on with turn 5 in a bit. Top of turn 5. Okay, top of turn 5. I've just conceded. We haven't done this combat yet. Those guys are about to get assaulted. But the thing is over here, Lord and those guys didn't get any kill points. Lord died instantly. Didn't reroll Ever Living. They got ran down. It's just not worth fighting anymore because we're going to get stormed over here, stormed over there. But thanks for the game, man. Thank you. One more time. Yeah, I got the crap beat out of me this game. It was really annoying not getting that kill point, because then I could at least make it look closer, right?
Look how far away he ran.
And I could have killed those things over there, but so be it. Yeah, it would actually be tied right now. It would at least be tied so I could say it was a better game, but no, I just got stormed. Thanks for the game.